Yo guys, welcome back to the Uncle Sharma channel. Here to review Inter's 3-0 win against Sassuolo. My goodness, this team, just as you think they're down and out, these guys, this is why we call Pazza Inter. Just as I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Coming into this match, Sassuolo were the most informed team alongside AC Milan and Roma in the whole of Serie A. Joint top scorers with Inter, and we managed to keep a clean sheet and score 3 goals against Sassuolo, who in general are a much improved team defensively this year. As I said in my match previews with Anthony from Inter Worldwide on this podcast and with Inter Club India's podcast, what I wanted to see in this performance was some sort of reaction from the Real Madrid match. It looked like the players were not following Antonio Conte there, or he lost the dressing room there. But once again, as was proven against Torino, the players are behind them. And finally, as a lot of us requested, I requested as well, Conte went back to the normal traditional 3-5-2. Defense, as you can see from the heat map, was a lot deeper, 10 meters deeper, I probably would say, especially with Sassuolo, who do control possession. They're a technical team. The match finished with Sassuolo 65% possession, Inter 35. I believe that's probably the lowest percentage possession we've had this whole season, apart from the Real Madrid match, obviously, because we were in 10 man. But it was a clear tactic by Antonio Conte to keep the team a bit more deeper, a bit more disciplined. There were none of those gaps. That picture that went kind of viral that I posted on Twitter, or showing Inter in the 12th minute having a massive gap where Odegaard just came in, and that wasn't the only one. You could pick out many screenshots from that match showing the exact same thing. And not just that match, since the start of the season, since we switched to this 3-4-1-2, the balance has just not been there. Today though, the balance was there. Gagliardini, Vidal as the mezzalas, and Barella was the sitting defensive mid. Disciplined, sitting there, not going up to press high when there was no need. Conte was a lot more vocal, and I could hear him saying a lot of times, calma, calma, as in don't go to press. He's telling Vidal, Gagliardini, hold back. Lautaro and Sanchez as well up front, they weren't pressing all the way up to like the byline, up to the keeper. They were pressing the centre backs if there was an opportunity to press them. It wasn't just pressing all the time. This was a much more balanced performance. You could call it going back to Conte's terrorist football from last year. This was, if you gave this Inter team the kit from last year, you wouldn't recognize the difference. This is exactly how Inter played last year. Not always we controlled possession, not always we played attacking football and had loads of shots on target. But in the end, Sassuolo had 65% shots, but they had less shots on target than Inter. So that shows, just as it is in football, attacking football, dominating possession doesn't mean anything if you're not doing anything. But today, with the little possession we had, we were purposeful. We looked dangerous on the counter attack. Sanchez and Lautaro linked up well up front. Sanchez was definitely a shoe-in for man of the match for me today. He dipped quite strongly in the second half because Inter just didn't have much of the ball, but in the first half, with his pressing and his passing, scored the goal as well. He was a great impact. Lautaro almost scored a left-footed chip. He wears the number 10, and obviously today and all this weekend the matches will be remembering Diego Armando Maradona, the number 10, with probably one of the best left foot ever. And that goal would have been a perfect ode to Diego Maradona, but it just went wide. But yeah, Lautaro was good. Gagliardini, obviously he's very easily scapegoated, especially against Real Madrid. It seemed like he was the target of a lot of abuse, apart from Arturo Vidal, obviously. But today, disciplined performance are there, and he got a nice goal. You have to say, this guy, I think this season he's only scored 2 goals, but both of them have been really nice. The one against Benevento, that volley, and today again another nice volley. So credit where it's due. But you can see sometimes he just takes a while to get back into position at times. Conte is almost like remote controlling him at times. I could hear him shouting like, Gallia, get the fuck back into your position. And he's one of those guys that aesthetically he's never going to be pleasing, so he's never going to be an Inter fan favorite, but did his job. Vidal, as mentioned, obviously a lot of Inter fans are angry at him. I'm still very disappointed that he, the guy with experience, was the one that got himself sent off like that against Real Madrid. But improved performance today, discipline, won a lot of battles, helped Darmian out a lot with Jeremy Boga on that right hand side, so credit where it's due. And you know, he was the one that got that deflected shot that turned into the own goal for the second goal, so credit there. Barella looks like, you know, his gas tank is running out, poor guy, having to play every single minute of every single match. But you know, in that deeper position he had to, you know, less attacking role, so he didn't have to run up as much, saved a little bit of energy. But you could see at the end he was just knackered when he was substituted for Sensi. Again, Sensi, nice 5 minutes for him. Man of the match for me, as I said, it's either between Sanchez, Darmian or Skriniar, who again was impressive. You know, Skriniar, every single match he's played this season, he's been good. I would give man of the match to Darmian though. Darmian, you know, Jeremy Boga is a very hard client to deal with. You know, 1v1, that guy is lethal, is deadly. Thanks to, you know, his 1v1 defending ability, Arturo Vidal helping him out in general. His positioning was good the whole match, you know, showing Hakimi what the, you know, how to play that role properly under a Conte system. And then he also got the assist for Gagliardini's goal, so complete performance by Darmian, very impressive. Perisic on the other side was much better as well as a wing back. You know, Berardi again is not an easy client to deal with. The whole defensive line, obviously clean sheet, so it showed, you know, that our starting centre back pairings, and you know, they all make a difference. So all in all, very happy with the performance, but we need to keep it up. We need that consistency going forward. Let me know, guys, your man of the match. For me, it was Darmian. Not many disappointments. Everyone was decent today. Eriksen, you know, came on for like 5 minutes, but yeah, as I keep saying, I don't think he is. Marotta confirmed again today that guy's gone in January if someone buys him. But yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one, guys. And that will be the Borussia Mönchengladbach match in the Champions League. Take care and Forza Inter.